Jaha. Ai, no se. Missä ne on? Valtaa.
Valtaa.
Valtaa. All right. Erikoistarina mukaan. Kyllä siinä on pari questia, että pääsee seuraavaan missiin. Very happy. Tän tonne ihan vähän vielä vaan. Joo. Welcome, warrior. Yes. Yes, I see. Morjesta, Jans. What up, my man? Ja hyvää perjantaita. Onko ääni näytelty? Kuukauden loma.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
Ontahan mulla enää joku.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall
4 tehtävää. Mä otan
remains
seuraavan
undimmed
lisärin.
and unbroken.
Mitä mä oon ottanut.
After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
Selvä.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Onneksi ei tarvitse harjoitella taas englannin taitoa enää puhua.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
Siege. Oh,
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment.
selvä. Käykää.
Veterans of
Parempi.
Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the primal is awake then?
Liiga
Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the skies and would a bothersome gnat.
Vähän noi MOBA-pelit on vähän niinku jäänyt.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for
Ihan
the
taas menee
obvious
yksi
solution?
juttu. Yhden kikon täällä. Älkää ihmetelkö, kun mun naama tulee kokonaan ruutuun. Laitetaan uudestaan, koska pitää katsoa yksi. Eli... Joo, no niin, se on ihan... Eikö tää hirveetä meteliä alussa? Mikä ihme meteli? Mitä
What
meteliä
in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too,
Oh,
Garland.
hello.
Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Kaverilla on nappi ottas. Se vettiin peliä.
Who is this man?
It's me. On Nero. Nero.
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
All right. Tää on pikku säätöä, tälläkää ihme. Vähän kikkailee. Antaa meikäläisen kikkailu. En mä osaa. Everything is alright. What's up? Nyt taas pitäis kuulua. Hyvä.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanau since the Allegans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry?
Do
Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
No niin, eikö nyt lopeta?
Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allegans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartanau while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allegans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
I keep eye on him.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice.
Ärsyttävä toinen. Näyttääkin ärsyttävä.
Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Käytin tänään Laasolta asioissa valonauhaa. halunnut tuonne taustalle,
Yes.
että tulee jotain värejä siinä.
The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega.
Yes.
Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Carteneau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
Siinä on ei. Ei.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspect of any foul play from Nero...
Onko sillä? Mennä. Viiksiä parta, minä tiedän.
My blade is yours.
Thank you very much.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Jaha. Pääsee vappuu varmaan niitä tasin. Niinku nyt. Well, that was a rather unexpected development. One which raises a number of questions. These can Nero change it to learn the council meeting first. Thank you very much. Wow. Oho. Mikä tää? Mä sain joku lahja. On kiva tehtävä. Möytää. It and the others are assembling the electric engine. Alisei is already on way. Not too good back. Let us be off. No nyt ne on onneksi vähäsen. Kauhean. Perätäkkiä aloittaa. Otanpa itse. Pimpeli pompeli taas. Niku. Jos kuulet mua, niin sano mulle moi. Huomaaks jotain tässä kamerasta? Tai tässä mun ympäri? Jotain mikä on... Jotain mitä on tapahtunut. Ei. Hei, se valo. Puuttuuko täältä kuvasta jotain? Haha, katso. Sieltä se tuli. Imuri is no more. Tää ei oo live. Pitäis olla. Pitäis kelitä. Aha, okei. Mä katsoin, mullakin tuli jotain. Ja niin, et mun ääntä isommalle. Tähän toi niinku kikkailee. Kuuluuks mun ääntä nyt? Aina haluaa. Aina haluaa. Ei kuulu, kuuluu. Voin mä peliääniä vähän laittaa hiljemmin. Mistä nää äänet? Onkohan yhtään parempi? Toivotaan, että on vähän edes parempi. Edes vähän. Aha. Noniin, hyvä. Mikäs tehtävä on? Trader Option. Voin kyllä tehdä sillä, että mä laitan tonne. Mulla oli kato chatti tuo oikeassa näytössä ja aina kun mä katon sinne, niin mun ääni tai puhe menee väärään suuntaan, niin mä laitan chatin tuolle vasemmalle näytölle, niin mikrofoni on suoraan tässä edessä, niin ehkä kuuluu vielä vähän paremmin. Michael Alfie now, ready to go. The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment. Lest you wonder, Mera insisted that he be allowed to inspect cells before boarding. And you let him, despite his very timely offer of assistance. Thought of that man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alfinod. Kiitos, Nivu. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave his side. She and Yugiri are, well, here they are now. Right. I think that's everyone. Shall I set course to Bertenau? Might I ask that we delay our departure flight? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the school, even as we speak. And I would hear their latest observations here we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh, I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion. Ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until the time you finish procrastinating. Very well. Seuraavaksi ostoslistalla on mikrofoniständi, että mä saan sen suoraan suuni eteen. Sen jälkeen mun ääni on aina tällainen. Niin. Sitten kun mä saan mikkiständin, niin sit mun ääni on tämmönen aina. Alright, while Alfinaud speaks with his colleague, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordona. Regovin, Rising Stone. Joo, niinku tällainen. Mitäs niinku? Seuraavaksi haluat varmaan nähdä yhden riiseneis. Mine ability. For the trouble, I shall visit Custoda. The other forward with and join you as soon as I am able. Just noin. Täydellistä. Michael, Freya Company Alice back to Rising Stone. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guests. Right. Everyone heading to Mordona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. There are things with the girl at the counter. Let her know when you're ready to leave. Woohoo. Time to go. You are traveling with Master Carlon, sir. Enterprise Excelsior is right place. Not quite a door-to-door service. I couldn't exactly land in the Toll's main square. Okay. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stone? Yes. Ei, tää on just semmonen. Sä tiedät sellainen. Ei. Ihanat pinkit sukat siinä. Nyt on, joo, nyt alkaa olla näkyy kyllä. Any greatest player? Yes. Kaksi tehtävää tän tehtävän jälkeen, niin sitten päästään seuraavaan lisäriin. Hiro tuolla kaivaa. Ei, mullahan oli se ongelma sen Chocoponkaan, että se ei tullut punaiseksi.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions.
Nyt Allu antoi mulle Chocopolle niin hienot armot, että se ruske oikeastaan sopii sen armorinkaan niin hyvin, niin mä en vaihda sen väriä ainakaan vielä.
It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh,
I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in Magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Thermocoil Boil Master.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
No niin. Eikö tää oli tää? Tänään vähän pelasin, täällä tuli kunnon samurai. Samurai.
Good gods, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger.
Urianger.
I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
Why not?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid.
Tää on kuva. Tässä aina ruveta tekemään jotain Insta-storyin, laittaa hei, tulkaa tsekkaa mun striimiä, ottaa täältä selfie. Ollaan livest, hei, 247, no ei nyt ihan, mutta melkein. Selitän jotain täällä.
We spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly.
Kuusaas. Vuosis, no niin, Kuusaas, hieno.
But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
Thank you.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
Eilen.
The Empire? Yugiri? You draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Syökää tosta mun kaverin. Se on mun lempiäijä. Eikö sulla äänet vähän myöhässä? Kestääks vaan muuten vaan vasta? Honorin lukee. Well, once we had your measurements, we set to work making you a traveling coach in my spare time. I only just this moment finished stitching. I wanted you to have it before you left here. You can try it on right now. You're like, nah. Jaha, menikö se laittaa? Kyllä en mä oo keksinyt vielä. Ja morjes, mikä vaatteet. Assuming we measured correctly, pitch should be just right. Nope, but not too short. You know what I mean. So, how does it? You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. I've crafted something worthy of the warrior of light. Well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in a blood-bearer charm, you know, bring you home. May it always protect you. Olehan tosta rahaa, jos ne myy. Jos mulla on joku monookkelikin, eikö niin, mutta mulla ei hatut näkyvissä. Vähäks se nyt näyttää viisaalta, kun sulla on tommonen monookkeli. Kaksi tehtävää. Pari 5. So we have to wake Omega up, right? When do we start? Yuda, are you sure that's... I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine. I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Onhan toi aika vaikea. Very well, I will remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Halfing out mayhap you could return to Britannia and us to Shoda and Grille. Pitää vaan tehdä semmonen oikeasti kunnon pitkä teksti. Se vaan pitää sitten tallentaa johonkin notepadiin työpöydälle. Se pitää joka kerta laittaa erikseen. The rest of us will form Cardeneo expedition wide. Nero and I will focus on browsing Omega, while Maiko, Uda, and our Doman friends take care of security. Onks tää niinku tää oikeesti livessä? Kun nekin pitää joka kerta melkein erikseen sitten tehdä pikku peliä. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. Murder. Juu, mä tiedän. Kato nyt, mä sain Avlulta hienon arborin tuolla mun Chocopolla. Toi ruskea väri sopii mun kaupan mielestä. Sitten se antoi mulle toisen. Mä en tiedä oikein sopiiko se ton värinkaan niin hyvin. Tämmösen. No okei, kyllä toikin itse asiassa sopii yllättävän hyvin. Mustaa kultaa ja rius. Katsotaan miltä näyttää, jos mä vaihdan tuolle patuksen tois. Jos se olisi tämmönen. Tuossa olisi noin ja tää hattu. Vai olisiko toi nyt silti parempi? Ei mä mennään tällä välillä. Mä oon ollut toi ties kuinka kauan. Mä lennän tohon mihin pitää mennä ja sit mä pidän pikku breikin, pikku pörppii semmonen mä ei pääse. Mennään täällä. Hihi. Wow. What a beautiful day. Tiedättekö mikä juttu? Se on nyt idle-kamera. Oma kamera pois. Pörppua. Sen mä just ootan, että mä saan nipulta sen uuden pörppikuvan. Tai jos joskus tulee semmonen animoitu, niin se on. Ja nyt nopsa pörppi. Yes. Yeah. Guess who's back? Back again. Oh. Pörppikuva. We haven't far to go. Then luck will be in Cardinal before Cosette raises the deck with Christina. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that Erin Ride is active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of this. And if Nero deemed the obvious solution to the threat posed by new primal, it's not impossible that Garlemald might be. Niin, törmäsin semmoisen esteeseen, että en oikein osannut kunnolla animoida kävelyrytmiä. Siksi se vähän jäi. Nyt on taas treenailtu lisää. Alright. Kissa päästään pihaan. Jos sä haluat eka vaikka semmosen tehdä, jos sä jostain kohtaa oot saanut reenattua pörppiä, niin semmoista animaatioon. Alkuunhan se nyt kuvakin voi olla ihan hyvä. Niin. Ihan miten itse parhaaksi näet. Niin kyllä sit tulee semmonen animaatio. Ei koko kuvan. Okei. Okay.
I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Teen tonne, tohon sais joku vähän paremmin. Joo.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
Yeah.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland. Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it?
Jaa, no niin.
It's like all my name days have come at once.
All the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
Rather than FFXIV First playthrough, come say hi.
Korsetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
It's time to fight.
No retreat. No surrender.
It's my right to strike.
It's all over now. An opening.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
Siinä asettaa vaan MMO, niin se on hyvä First reissuus, vai okei.
You watching, Habanero? Leave this to me.
With soul and steel.
This one'll sting. Your defense is nothing.
Täällä tulee jengi. Aha. Wouldn't be the first time. Huh? Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys. Only if you promise to keep it back. Oh. Nice. Behold, the Red Baron. Now end nonsense. What the? No one told me they'd have magic like armor. Burn? So hard. For the Empire. The honorless scourging to abandon and we shall see that he curse their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions.
No holding back.
No retreat. No surrender.
Tis my right to strike.
It's all over now.
Meikäläinen vetelee täällä, kun tulee kunnon juttu.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
This one'll sting. An opening. You watching, Pabalero?
No.
Your defense is nothing.
With soul and steel.
I won.
No retreat. No surrender.
Oho, väärä nappi.
Is my right to strike?
Niin, tässäkin me taidaa olla julkaisessa jakamut juttu.
It's all over now.
Vähän niinku viittistä.
Leave this to me.
This won't sting.
Meinas henki lähtee. Mikä buuki? Täällä on joku kunnon fightti menossa. I won. Itsikö on herännyt tänään liian aikaisin? Hetken kameran puheen, mä oon oikeesti pakko kaivaa hammasta. Ei enää hammasta.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
Oh my god.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly.
Olisiko se ollut Final Fantasy 5 vai 6 Omega?
Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing? I suppose not.
Striimi katkee. Se näyttää kyllä mullakin.
All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Onkohan mun netissä varmaan jotain ongelmia?
Yes, that's the one.
Toimiiko uudestaan?
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you.
Kaikki sanoo, niin täällä lukee, että erinomainen yhteys ja sun muuta, ettei pitäisi olla mitään vikaa. aina asia. Housuihinkin tulee jo väri. Housuissa pitää vähän ruskeata olla. Hyvältä näyttää. Tulee ananas. Bananas.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do. The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
What is that? Mitä täällä nyt tapahtuu? Omega. Niin. No, se oli lohis. Rip. Omega tuli ja pamautti sen taivaan tuli. No okei, ei se kyllä kuollut. Hakkari. No vähän on hakkarin näköinen kyllä. Nyt jos sanoit. Niinku saman tyylinen. Tykkään tässä pelissä oikeesti tää tarina kiinnostaa, mutta kovissa ei oikein niinku, et sä lue yhtäkään mitään niinku tehtävää, mitä sä menet tekemään. Tää on joku tommonen metalli ja vihreä. Tää on oikeesti joku kunnon eeppinen taistelu. Mä en tiedä kuka tää niinku... Ketä vastaan tää Omega tappaa. Sanokohan noin vai nyt mitään. Ei se oo mikään paha muu. No niin, nyt tulee tämmönen kunnon anime-taistelut. Harry Potter vastaan Voldemort, let's go. Kaksi Kamehamehaata kohtaa ja galaksiräjä. What is going on?
Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered the malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Selvä. Minäpä lähden. Olisi yksi potio, niin mä voisin kerran vaihtaa oman reissini. Olisi tämmösen pikku lapsen näköisen.
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
Kaveri hei, mä näen sun pikselit sun kauluksessa. Joo. Et näe muuta kuin pikseleitä. I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega. But I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. Travel to Gridania. Mikähän tässä striimissä nyt? Jaa, mä jo mietin, että mun striimi. One moment everything was functioning perfectly and the next it was make no sense. See what happened to ourselves and who. Viimeinen tehtävä, sit mä pääsen seuraavaan litariin. Far it. Words can ill express how glad I am. All and half. Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon. Everything dissolved. Oreha. Törppi. No mä. Se kuuluu. Mä lähden liian lähelle sitä. Turha me pesee hampaat sun hengityspäissä. Äläkä riko sitä mikrofonia. No kiri. Hei. Kato, kun mä en enää sitä kameraa sillä niin kuin mä haluan. I have to see it. I have to see with my own eye. Laittaa pelikuvan näkyviin. Should I wait? We must first... The elder seed here is expecting... Avaus hullu on. Niin on. Very nice. Alfinard. Kosetsu and I will watch over. Paita. Niin no. Attend your meet. Pitääkö se nyt näyttää? Niin on. Niin. Kaura, sinut on kuultu. Tää se mun 3-vuotislahja. Joo. Mitä sä mun paidalla teet? Why thanks, Yugiri? The counselor reconvened short while ago. Just make haste about how to stand. Well, they are eager to hear your testimony. Mitä säkin kissa näet? Kissa näkee asiaa. Älä tänne. Ura, pysy siinä. Istus siihen. Piti ottaa siitä äkkiä pari kuvaa. Oliko toi logo CSS? Se on jostain tuttu. Counter-Strikeissa on meillä joukko, nyt on pelannut siellä. On pelannut CS tai joukkoja. Siellä on ollut Hymka logo. Ja vähän muistakin peleissä. Elder seats here await you within. Let's go. Vähän tää niinku olis kohta menty, että pääsee sinne Stormbladiin. Tekis mieli kokeilla jo toista klassiakin, mutta käydä vedän tän eka 8. My friends, full eagerly have we awaited your return. You indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You are too kind, Elder Chair. I recall we as good as demanded the right to try. Tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega. Aye, we lost contact with the weapon shortly after its launch. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. Se nyt jaksaa väsää. Ei. Nyt sillä ei sukkea on. Tässä on kädessä. What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, but much certain. I can give you the fact. Cocoon had even as Omega arrived, and from it midst rose great dragons. Pair duly set for each other in the skies over Abania. Ah, ja. Now I understand. The primals might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens to be rent asunder by the force of its blow. And it wielded such magics as I have never seen and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight, and all combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw there fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamihige soil. I will not speak for the rest. My eye, it seemed, each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. Näitä on kiva lähetellä. Ei. Most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon primal form. Commands were heard to whisper the name Shinru. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend. We have found it convenient to refer to it as such. Is Shinru's fate indeed that Omega? Yet unknown. We have alas our eyes on the Urbanian side of the border. Mistä me lähdetään noissa kuemisvaiheissa menee piirtämiseen? Niin. Yes. Aye, which is why we have sent our main force under the command of Marshal Traubin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Bridanian border. Assess the aftermath of the incident. I myself joined the Marshal as Finland until his journey. Oh. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wait for the flash of light. Coincidence, epic, our lost contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engage Omega's basis, so even if it has fallen into the Emperor's lap, it will be of no use. Save perhaps at this stage. Correct, without me to guide their efforts. Would take them engaged to decipher Omega's core function. The planets are at odds. Such reassurance, too much to calm our fears. Yet the relic fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit time has come for us to make contact with the resistance representative in Urbania. Though Gilbert has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to ease the if the inevitably Imperial retaliation by working in concert. Not impossible. Allah, Migo might finally be rescued from Darlemal's trust. Niin paljon tekstiä. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stone. I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Yshtola and the others have gathered at Amaris Lake. 5. I imagine you two interested to see what has become of Wall now, Cocoon, God. It is decided. Lead on. Ennen kuin menen sinne, mun on pakko käydä tuolla. Tekeen vähän jackpottia. En muista, en mä varmaan nyt tänään vielä tehnyt. Toivon mukaan ainakaan. Number 2. Number 9. Number 7. Number 5. Ole. 14, 20. Joo. Number 2. Number 5. Oi, nyt. Jos tossa on 3 keskellä. Sit mä oon onnellinen. Joo, ei oo. Ykkönen. 6. Viimeiseen korttiin. Elin pelot. Yksi 5. En varmaan oo kuullut, en oo varmaan. No ture. Lokakuussa. Silloin striimataan uutta Padlet. Koska se on kyllä hienoja montteja, kun tää istuu niin eri lailla joka montin päällä. Koska tää tehtävä jo loppuu.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed.
Mä oikein edes tiedä mikä se on.
They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
Joku ihmepallo, jolla on siivet.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
Joo, mä muuta keksin mikä se voisi olla. On vaan pallo, jolla on siivet ja häntä.
I wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She is up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhaps she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
It's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Älä nyt itke enää.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Joo, Kari otti hatun pois.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do.
Mäkin itken.
But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing,
Hyvä nimu.
and she eventually became an Archon.
Maevo. Maevo.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
Maevo. Melo.
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them. I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done.
Olet kusettanut, että se mikään Ida ikinä ollut. Jummi jammi sun kanssa.
I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me.
Totta kai.
The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight
I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
War is upon us once more.
Is it?
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
Voisiko tää tehtävä niin loppua jo, niin mä pääsin siihen seuraavaan tehtävään, joka vie minut sitten seuraavaan lisäosaankin. Thank you very much. Very many. Very. It was brave blues to remove the more she has scared. Scars begun to come. Dreams with properly was lost. One act made plain her determination to move forward. And don't she ever falter? I'll be there to support her on the road we have resolved to walk. Hey, Urho! Let us return to the Rising Stone. We have quite a story to tell Tataru and my sister. Super.
Children of the land, do you hear?
Oh God.
Echoes of
It's over.
that once rang clear. Two souls
It's over 9,000.
one true love they did find.
Oh my God.
And heaven's near. But flames that burn full bright soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts. In the waxing gloom did wane the lover's moon, watching as their worlds drift apart. One soul's cry, a passion
Heaven's Sword
dwelling
is done. Sitten on vielä Stormblood ja Shadowbringer. Ja marraskuussa Endwalker. No, tän varmaan vois kippaa. Jaksa katsella lopputeksti. He may have mentioned, but looking out, surprised me of all that came to pass in Dani. Her only task now is rest. Is the calm before the storm. Luz has chosen her path. As her friend, we must do what we can to support the choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to the Ur-Abani, we will have little choice. Not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might conveniently say is not wisdom but indolence, correct? I for one look forward to joining hands with the Alamigan, striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire. I rather suspected you. What is going on? Quick march. The Emperor will soon come to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. It's almost time, Father. Aye. Almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of full Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. Tip. Tere tulee ilmasta väkkiin. Raubaan. Very well, Ilbert. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. Tää. Arkaa pojat, tämä on paha pyllytä. My lord, what is wrong? Coach have confirmed preliminary report. Al-Sadr's wall has fallen to Eurasian Alliance. The hunt for Omega, unknown Aegon continues. Though both yet elude us, my lord, the battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some forces from the search and undertake necessary reconstruction work? Aye, forgive me, my lord. I did not intend. Your will be done. Onks tää nyt seuraavan lisäri joku päähäikko? Vice, unknown. My spies tell me you are my spy. In. That is true. That for Omega. Yes, coming days promise. Most interesting. Most interesting. Kaveri oli suoraan jostain Mad Max. Aha. Joku tuli hymyilemään siitä. At the far edge of the fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to the eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. Ah. Down of the liberation, a gathering storm of blood. Meen nyt kyllä nukkuu. Mukavaa viikonloppua. Kuin myös Janchi. Kiva, että kävi. Nähdään taas myöhemmin. Huomenna ehkä varmaan tulee striimiä. Jälleen kerran. Beyond the Great Wall. Aha, taas mitä? Nibua taas sanoi.
How will the Empire respond to the disappearance
Hyvät
of
yöt,
the
Jani.
Mega and the Primal?
Ei.
didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
Ei mun mielestä. Ei oo mitään pielessä.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
General Odin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
Lähimpänä meikäläisen näköä, mitä on vielä tähän mennessä tehty.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly.
Onneksi on sitten realismin taustaa kanssa, niin osaa vähän katsoa noita piirteitä. No se on ihan siis totta.
And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
As expected.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea. To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed, and the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lys. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lys's, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are willing, of course.
Of course I am! You know I'd like nothing more!
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Well, that covers the talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
Oh.
Look, I know I've kept things from you, and I'm sorry, I really am. But that's all over now, I swear, and it'd mean a lot to me, having you at my side.
All right.
I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well.
No niin, tulkaa kaikki.
I have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming. But we will need someone to keep an eye on things. I trust you have no objections?
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
As capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
It is settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
Joko me päästään nyt sinne seuraavaan lisämestaan lisäri? Haluan vaan nähdä millainen kaupunki. Ihanaa uusi ääni tulee taas uudessa lisärissä, kun saa tehtävä.
Ready, my friend?
Let's go.
Well then. Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
Thank you very much. No niin, samurai-mies tulee sieltä. Let's better.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Girabania?
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamegan resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good.
Jep, se on mun
It is but a pity it must be
Se
now.
tuli just pari
I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary. Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will...
Oh.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's toll stands as a testament to that. I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Kozetsu and I to return to our master, to our home.
I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. Let all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate, together. Just you wait.
I will wait.
I should like that very much.
Ensi lisärissä tulee joku uusi klassi, sen nimi on Reaper. Oli siellä joku toinenkin uusi klassi. Reaper, se vetää piikatteilla. Ylläri. Eli kun ensi lisäri alkaa, niin ei täällä mitään muuta näy Reapereitä. Ja sit toinen on joku healeri-klassi, en muista mikä se on. Eikö tänne pitänyt lähteä? 1,000 miles apart, yet united in purpose. Let us pray both our endeavors meet success. Shall we then? Wait, not just yet. I knew I'd forgotten something important. Please, would you come with me? Me? But now, alright then. If you insist. Joku uudet vaatteet tollekin. Noniin. Äänestä päätellen sillä on uudet. Noniin. No niin justi. Tipu hammasti. Hehehe, what do you think? Napa näkyy. As you can see, I decided to feel light and blue. An outfit tailor-made to meet the need of a skilled fighter like you. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more of this than I may have of introducing you as Mio. Receptionist start referring to you as our preeminent seamstress. Let's go. It's lovely, Tataru. Thank you. Feel like I could take on a leap. I'm glad you like it. That may delay you no longer. Safe travel. Then onward, Aban. Our first stop will be Amaris Heights Fire, east track. Very well. Mä laitan nyt peliääniä hiljemmällä, mutta kuuluu nää pelimusiikki silti mitään. Okei, niin on. Hyvä. Hyvä. All are present and accounted for. When you are ready, my friend, pray inform the officer we proceed into Abania. Let's go. The Seons of the Seven Dawn. We were too good to execute. Shall I summon someone to escort you? Me ollaan... Okei. And... Mä emme kyllä hirveen pitkälle mennä. Mä en näin iso kartta tarvinnut näyttää noin lyhyelle matkalle. Mä ajattelin, että me mennäänkin toiselle puolelle maapalloa. Tässä sama kun mä kävelisin tästä Nokialle.
I remember crossing the border. Standing in Girabania once more. Me and my fellow scions. The warrior of light.
No anteeksi, kun mä sen ajaa pois.
Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other. Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
Stormblood. Tämähän on hyvä. tää on ihan tarpeeksi? Where am I? Yay. Urabania. Voi jumalauta, vittu mä väliin kaikki vaaleanpuna. On ruskea, mutta ei ruskea. Tuu vaan ehkä on harmaa. Mikä on täällä? Greetings, Sire. On behalf of Eorzean Alliance, I welcome you to Classroom Orie. Thank you, General. I relieved that your forces secured the wall without these. The Imperials made any attempts to retake the classroom. None. Save for a few skirmishes between the Scout and Patrol. And barely any contact. We all know it's only a matter of time. Things escalate. Between yes. As if attacking Pasar wall were enough, Hilbert summoned a primal right on their court. Dilemma is not like those of fire, so unanswered. Last declaration of war, even if it was not Gilbert. Now our own fight. Will or will. Lion stand ready for General. What would you ask? En minä tiedä. Mä oon värisokka. Sen takia mulla on niin ihmeinen värinen parta. As stated in my message, the Alliance will now proceed without support and cooperation. The Alamigan people. Have yours serve as our emissaries and make contact with the resistance. Consider it done. Don't let it down as well. Then I leave you to God's. Ha! All the Castra in all the world. You walk into my Master Garlon. What brings you here? Certain mission, Malagan weapon, Draconic Tribe, Omega and Shinru. I think the Shinobi called it. Anyway, we've been studying their trail of destiny, hoping it might lead us, which it has singularly failed. Head is like Omega fell Earth in everything, meaning it may already be in Imperial hands. Even so, there's eating species, assuming the command leave and weapon will be no use today. Assuming we should hurry up and find it. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. We want to press on into Urbania. We'll need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. Yay. As you probably heard, there are plenty of factions in Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with most influence. Their headquarters are located in a place called Ralgr, an old temple to the east of here, across the Veloduna River. I learned a road that could allow us to avoid Imperial battle. Stick with me and we'll be there before Älä makaan allu aika. Minä katsoin missä allu lukko menee. Älä makaan allu. Mä menen taputtaan sitä. Aina taputaan sitä, kun mä näen. Jostain täällä se on. Jostain se täällä on. Yleensä se on tässä kohtaa. Ei ole siinä kohtaa. Missä on allu? Ei olekaan kun allu on yleensä. Oh, kato. Siellä on allu. I see allu. Mitä vittua se tekee? Se istuu joku sylissä. Mä menen taputtaan allua. Ei nyt osunut kyllä allua yhtään. Allu tekee. Mä en itsekään tiedä. Siinä on allu. Töttörö. Laitoin sen vaan viestiä, että aina kun kävelee ohi, niin pakko tulla taputtaa vähän päätä. Foundationi. Minne? Mä haluan sanoa, että teleporttaa jonnekin, mutta nyt minne? Foundation. Totta. On tyhmä. Eikö tuolla koirata? Following allu. Tää on luvalla kertoo vähän, että mitä mun kandeessa vielä tehdä. Mä oon nyt rumakos saapu. Se on vähän parempi. Jaha. Aita. Ottaa nyt täältä aseen. Älä nyt tipu. Tää on vähän hienompi ase kuin mulla. Opettaa mua taas. Very good. Aha, no niin, ei mitään, nähdään. Pidä kivaa. Mä laitan kans varmaan striimin nyt. Meidän laitteleen kiinni samalla. Kahtellaan ehkä huomenna sitten lisää. Thanks, man. Joo, moro.